This is an easy guide on how to install mods for The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered. We'll be going over how to install mods via the mod loader, how to install ReShade to get your game a customized look, and then even how to install save game files so that you can start your PC playthrough with a bunch of different outfits already unlocked, as well as most of the weapon skins too. So let's get started. We'll first need to find our Last of Us 2 game folder. So if we go ahead and open up Steam, we'll right click on Last of Us Part 2, go down to Manage, and then hit Browse Local Files. This should bring you directly inside of your game folder. And you can tell that you're here because you'll see the launcher.exe. Now it's not important to see the .exe. That's only the file extension name. But if you do want to enable this, all you need to do is go up to these three little dots, go down to options. If you go into the view category, you'll see this option right here, hide extensions for known file types. By default, this is going to be checked on. So make sure this is unchecked and then hit apply and then OK. Now you'll be able to see all these .exe and .dll files. Now that we're in our game folder though, we're going to go to a website called Nexus Mods. This is where we're going to get all of our mods for The Last of Us Part 2. And the best part is that it's free. All you need to do is make sure you register for a free account first. And once you've done that, we can finally begin. We're going to be starting off with the ndmodloader. This is going to allow us to load these file types into the game. So on this mod page, we'll go inside the Files tab, and as long as you're signed into your account, you'll see this manual download button. We'll go ahead and press it once, and then you should see that your download is now completed. We'll then navigate to our downloads folder, and inside here you should see the mod loader that you downloaded. Now in order to use mods, you're going to need a unzipping software. So whether you use the Windows version, 7-zip, or WinRAR like myself, you need to make sure you have something installed. And if your downloads are some kind of weird file type, you can easily change this by right clicking, going down to the open with menu, and then you can select a program that will automatically use. So for example, I use WinRAR Archiver, but if you don't see the program that you need, you can go down to choose another app. And then from here, you should be able to see your 7-zip or WinRAR from here. You just need to select it and then press always. Once you have that all sorted out though, we're going to open up the mod loader, exit out of this ad real quick, and inside you'll see 3 files. All we need though is this DLL and the .asi file. We're going to take both of these and drag this directly inside of our game folder. I've already installed this, so you won't see this screen. I'll just replace this anyway. So once you've done that, we have one more step. We're going to need to make a mods folder. So if you right click on an empty space, go down to new and then folder, you'll be able to make a new folder and then name it mods. Once you've created the folder, we can actually start to install some mods now. So for example, we'll install the BRAT shirt for Ellie and Abby. We'll go ahead and go back to the files tab, hit this manual download, and then once our download is completed, we'll go ahead and open the mod up, and you'll see that for mod types that end in that .psarc, these are always going to go directly inside of the mods folder. So as we click inside of it, you'll see that Ellie Abby BRAT mod has now been installed. We'll do another example of a different type of mod, and this one is going to disable PS Studio startup video. So you're basically going to be skipping that starting intro. Again, we'll go into the files tab, hit that manual download, and then if we open up the mod, you'll see that we just have a build folder. And if you go ahead and open up the readme.txt file, this is telling us to put that build folder directly inside of the game folder. So once you drag this inside of the game folder, you're basically replacing the default files. Now for the installation of reshades, these basically allow you to put LUTs on top of your gameplay. And in order to install this, you're going to need to download an external program. So on the ReShade website, if we click on this purple download button, it'll take us to a new page. Some reshades require you to have the full add-on support, but for the reshade we'll be installing today, we're just going to need the normal regular version. So once you click on this green download button, you'll be prompted to save this on your PC, and then once you do that, you should see the reshade.exe. If you double click this, you'll open up the reshade setup menu, and from here you'll need to find The Last of Us Part 2 exe. Once you've done this, you just need to press next. The API option we'll be using is DirectX 10, 11, and 12. Press next again, and then on this next page, the easiest way to do this is press this uncheck all and then press check all. This will enable all the features of ReShade, so you don't have to worry about choosing the right effect. After you've done this, just press next again, and then ReShade will begin to download into your game folder. Once the ReShade is done, you'll see this green check mark, and all you need to do is press finish. From here, you'll need to go back to Nexus Mods to find a ReShade that you like. And once you do, you'll go ahead and hit the Files tab again, hit that manual download, and then with the ReShade you just downloaded, it should be in .ini format. You just need to drag this inside of the game folder. And you should also see a new ReShade shaders folder from that ReShade installation. Lastly, we'll take a look at how to download and install save game files. So again, we'll hit that Files tab, hit the manual download, and for these mods, we'll actually need to go into our documents. You'll find the Last of Us Part 2 folder, and then you need to go into your save games, which is this string of numbers. Once you do that, you go into Save Data, and this is where we'll be installing the folders. So if we open up this save download, you'll see that we have 2 folders right here. You're simply going to drag and drop this, and then when it asks you, of course, replace the files. Once you load up the game for the first time, and after installing the ReShade, you'll have a banner at the top of the screen that's prompting you to press the home button. The home button opens up the ReShade menu, and from the ReShade menu, if we click on this blue bar, you're going to manually need to select that ReShade file that we installed. So in this instance, it was that immersion.ini, and then once selected, you just press select. I also like to go over to the settings, and I like to add an effect toggle key so that I can turn on and off the any file. Now you are able to have different ReShade files installed at once, so if you want to see where ReShade looks the best, you can toggle between them in game to check it out. And then if we go ahead and go into the extras and see if our skins took effect, we'll see that the BRAT Ellie skin is working. And then if we go over to Abby, you see that the mod is working for her as well. Hopefully this easy guide helped you out. And if you want to see various guides for other games like this, as well as mod showcases, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Until next time though, we'll see ya.